The brutal truth about dating leftover women. Majority of women 35 and older appears to have matching tendencies that lead to irreconcilable differences. Smart men, like Leonardo DiCaprio, seems to understand this quite well. So, women who manage to hit 35 and never marry are leftover women. You've deviated every essence of femininity. When a man tells this woman, don't do that, she says, I do what I want. You're not my father. When a man says, stop, you will hurt yourself, she says, I can handle myself. When a man says, no thanks, I don't date single moms, she asks, do you not want kids? When a man says, let's have kids, she says, I don't want to have kids. When a man says, I gotta give my baby mother some money for my kids' school clothes, she says, no, child support is enough. When a man marries this woman with kids, she says, we are a package deal, and persuades you to adopt them. When a man says, I want you to fit in my system, she says, I already have a system. When a man is a man, she is not compatible. And that is the brutal truth.
The whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment, and I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart. And it was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit. I hope I did a little damage.
Wow. Okay. Why do you hope that you did a little damage?
Just, I like humbling men.
You like humbling men?
Yeah. It's like my pastime.
Your pastime is humbling men.
Mm-hmm.
You do work at a strip club, so do you humble men there?
No, I take their money.
Today's modern women aren't interested in hard evidence. If you read their online rants about how guys only want younger women or how lonely they are, you could be forgiven for thinking they're completely insane. When we make such claims, they genuinely believe it is out of ideological concern. Straightforward men just want to be treated with loyalty, respect, and appreciation. However, most women want their men to be successful financially and physically. Not only is she stunning to look at, but she often possesses otherworldly wisdom as well. In a shocking reversal, feminism has put women behind bars while setting men free. Why? Why? Because modern women have seen the unforgiving reality of the job market for themselves and are often unable to leave careers they dislike. Finally, knowing that their best years are behind them is terrifying. Unfortunately, most contemporary women have been socially programmed to ignore that last sentence, no matter how insightful it may be. Schools, media, and entertainment industries are all encouraging young women to delay starting families in favor of gaining more education, advancing their careers, and or having more sexual partners. By the way, when people use the word partner, they don't mean they're in a committed relationship with that person. In the future, these same women will try to have children. In today's video, we'll discuss the women society has abandoned and why they're so miserable and resentful, as well as why you should avoid them at all costs. Social conditioning's influence is powerful and diabolical. The modern young women who fall for this will do anything to defend the beliefs they have come to adopt. In reality, they incorporate the lessons they've learned from institutions and people of influence that care about statistics as much as they care about women's well-being. This is what I believe you want to hear, so here it is. The unhappiest people in the world are single, middle-aged working women. They're not happy even though they can make $100,000 a year. More importantly, I read this in an article on evmagazine.com. It's a magazine written with women in mind, the 39-year-old married man with a part-time working wife, and one child is said to be the happiest demographic in the article. The couple earns between $150,000 and $200,000. The article might only consider married people. What we know about abandoned women is corroborated in this women's magazine, which does a lot. Women's liberation activism has contributed to a rise in dissatisfaction amongst its target demographic. Women in the present period can speak their minds about the sex revolution, casual intimate encounters, and the need to reduce the societal stigma associated with promiscuity without fear of repercussion. When it comes down to it, MGTOW men just don't go for these kinds of women. The issue has been acknowledged by economists who have dubbed it the paradox of declining female happiness. Between 1970 and 1975, women's happiness plummeted. When discussing patriarchy and male privilege, these female speakers are completely clueless. Common feminist talking points include, men are not worth it. Women can do it all by themselves. We don't need no man. And I have the right to be with whoever I want. The banality of their catchphrases is irritating. Modern women who value their academic careers more than marriage are not desirable life partners. They have been conditioned to expect that if they put in the effort in their 20s, they will have a fulfilling career, a number of suitors, and a stable, committed relationship by the time they are midway through their 30s. Though they claim it helps them financially and intellectually, the reality is very different. Specifically, by the time they reach their mid to late 30s and early 40s, they have accumulated so much emotional baggage and are living paycheck to paycheck that they are unable to form lasting bonds with their partners. They medicate their loneliness with alcohol, cigarettes, and antidepressants because they can't count on a steady male companion. That being said, it is not accurate to say that men show no interest in them. Some dudes get horny just thinking about a seasoned lady, but they never actually pursue her. She comes off as more masculine if she takes the lead in assuming the gender-typical roles of wife and mother. In sum, the remaining women believe that ideology is more important than biology, and that men are fundamentally flawed, inferior beings who deserve to be treated with disdain and scorn. This is additional data for those who require it. If a woman has more than 10 sexual partners in her lifetime, she is statistically more likely to carry the genetic material of several different men. There is a negligible chance that she will ever form a stable pair bond with a man, and she will never be able to get married. Simply put, I'm curious as to whether or not you'd be okay with your future child having a genetic link to another man. You probably wouldn't enjoy that too much unless you're some kind of cock or something, because it's very unsettling. A woman's upbringing can be heavily influenced by her family's beliefs, as well as those of her community, the matrix, and other influential figures. A person's upbringing will forever shape who they become. In the absence of a stable male figure, or in the company of a promiscuous and or toxic mother, a socially conditioned woman is more vulnerable to harm than a woman raised in a more traditional manner. Coming into contact with a conventional female figure is like entering a time warp. By that, I mean the enjoyable times. The sad truth is that they are uncommon. Many modern women still aspire to traditional femininity, despite not acting the part. They probably didn't understand the old adage that goes, "You can't have your cake and eat it too." Women who value being right and bossy more than having fun in life, like those who tend to end up in the reject pile, are not good partners. The shocking reality is that even honest women know and admit this about themselves. Leftover women believe they are oppressed because of their gender, have trouble committing to a family, and have an unhealthy preoccupation with imposing their beliefs on others while preaching the gospel of freedom and tolerance. No one ever admits that women actually enjoy a more favorable situation than men do. I just dropped a video where I explained 10 green flags you should look out for in a woman if you're willing to enter the dating scene again. Check it out. Also, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons to get more content like this from me. Till next time.